Yeah, dude.
Sweet. Let's go. You having a good day so far, buddy?
Yeah, bro. How you doing, man? It's
I'm doing
fucking
good.
am over here. Made some breakfast, hanging out with the pup.
Go.
How's your trip, dude?
It was good. It was good, honestly. I do want to kind of get like right into it though, because we only have 30 minutes. I do have another call at 2:30, so I want to make sure that you get the entire time that we booked today, because I do go
Totally,
back
brother.
to back to back
Yeah,
basically all
dog.
day today.
Cool.
But since you got started with everything into the course and everything, what do you feel like the biggest thing that you need help with to scale or get to that next step is?
Probably like just doing like sales, some mock sales shit, just because like I haven't been able to hop on a call with anybody yet so far, but I do actually have a cold DM that's having some potential and it's building some steam. So like I asked him, I just gave him my number to see if he could hop on a call or FaceTime or something, or like a Zoom, whatever would work with him. And it
Zoom is
was
always
actually,
going to be the best when you set up these calls, just because if you've watched the sales calls in the community, like I've asked you to, that's on your daily task. So if you haven't done that,
oh yeah, I watched
then
all of them.
okay, so you notice every single sales call I screen share. Now, with that,
Gotcha.
it's easier to screen share with a client and it looks a lot more professional and feels just more professional when you do it on Zoom than if you
Okay.
do it via FaceTime and you're trying to like just show somebody the computer. Believe me, bro, I used to do that shit. And one day I
Yeah.
was on a phone call with somebody and I'm FaceTiming somebody and I'm flipping the camera around to show them showing the computer and somebody dead ass called me out. He was a grown ass man and he goes, bro, he's like, could you not just like send me a Zoom link so that I can actually see what the fuck you're showing me? And that
Okay.
shit threw me
That makes
off.
sense.
Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want that for yourself. So definitely do
Okay.
it through Zoom. Um,
Word. Word.
That being said, yes, let's definitely do a mock sales call. To do that, let's get right into it so that we don't have to basically cut it short.
Yeah.
Um, do you know where the phone script is, correct? I would hope
Yeah.
so.
I got it.
Okay, let's fucking go. Here.
I've been doing like I made like some little edits to it just to make it sound like a little bit more like me. So
Okay.
I mean I've been going over it like not religiously, but like I still want to just jump into it and fucking like just hash it out and like do it with you because I haven't done one with anybody yet. I was wanting to do one with my girlfriend, but we just like never got around to it. So you'll be my first mock call. But you know what, dude? Like I'm down to like go through it, fumble with it, whatever, if I can, and just try to knock it out and just get used to talking.
100%. No, let's fucking do it. So, dude, I'm going to obviously just call me Alistair, but pretend like I am a potential client. Now, the information that I give you, bro, may not be like I might say I'm fucking fat. Obviously, just take whatever scenario I'm giving you and try to give me as much value as possible. So just start off right from the beginning. Like you just got me on the Zoom call. I'm your client, like potential client. How would you start off the call?
Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for hopping on the call with me today. You know what? I really appreciate you taking the time, and because fuck, dude, I always like
See,
I
right there,
suck at
bro. Why don't
freestyling.
just talk, bro. Just talk to me like I'm a person.
Yeah,
This doesn't have just because
yeah,
it's a call doesn't mean you have to behave any differently than you would in real life. Talk
right.
to me like a
And
real
that's just
person.
the thing. Like I'm like trying to freestyle that little initial part just because it's like sounds the most natural. So I just kind of like got to
Hey,
do
dog.
that.
What's up, bro? You having a good day so far? What did I say
Yeah,
when we first started the call? I was like, yo, Tucker, what's good, dog? You having a good day?
yeah, yeah. Right.
Th- And then they're hopefully, I mean, yeah, bro, having a great day. Hopefully they say something like, yeah, now I'm on this call. It's even better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah.
So at this point, I would already have some of your information, like your weight and your age and like shit like that, right? So
I ask those questions in the DMs because
yeah,
if I'm actually going to fucking help you, dog, or try to give you information. Now, this is when I give people information in the DMs, you'll notice the DM script that the way, again, even though it's structured, like I'm giving people the formula. I'm saying you need to track your calories, you need to track your macros, you need to do all this shit. But I also don't write out the fucking entire meal plan for them in the DMs.
right.
Because then they're
So
just gonna take that and do it themselves and never show up on the fucking call. So you got to give them free value and give them information, but also to the point where they're like, "Well, fuck, dude, I definitely want help with this." You see what I'm saying?
right,
Almost.
yeah,
Um,
So real quick before we restart on the actual call, just give me the age and all that shit so I can put it in this the calculator really quick before the call so I have it on
Now
here.
my age, bro. I'm 28. I'm gonna tell you that I'm probably fucking like. I'm gonna tell you I'm fat, most likely. Like skinny fat or somewhere around there. So I would just say that I'm like 220. But
Okay.
again, keep in mind it's not the 220 that I actually am. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
then how tall are you?
I'm 5'7" on a or 5'8" on a great day. So
5'8" on a great day. All
yeah.
right. And then just what's your little to no exercise for this scenario?
Bro, I'll probably tell you that I work out like 5 times a week if I'm consistent, but I'm not very consistent.
All right, I'll put 1 to 3
Does
then.
that make sense? You
Yeah,
sound because
yeah,
some people will dead ass tell you that,
yeah.
not give you, and it's almost like you have to be like, so if we were to be completely real here, like if you could give me a hard average, what would you say the average would be then? And then he's gonna probably be like, well, 3 times a week, probably. Do you see what
Okay.
I'm saying?
All right. Cool,
Like,
cool.
so just you gotta be realize because you can't just be like, bros, don't fucking bullshit me. Like, be real with me, because then
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
gonna want to tell you shit on the call. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, there's a little bit of context.
yeah. All right. All right, here we go. Alistair, what's up, dude? How you doing today?
Doing good, dog. How about you?
Good, man. Thanks for hopping on the call with me. If you don't mind, we're just gonna hop straight into it. I hate sales calls, but it's all a part of the program. But here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get a quick assessment and ask you a few questions.
When you say you hate sales calls and it's all a part of the program, just try to elaborate a little bit more. Like, dude, you can say you hate sales calls all day long, but like that only disarms me a little bit. When I do it, I try to make it very joking. Bro, I fucking hate sales calls. It's the least favorite part of my job. So I
Okay.
don't, and that's why I say so I don't want it to feel like a sales call. The whole point of this is for me to just get an idea of where you're at now, where you want to be, and then I'm gonna give you some free info on how I can help you get there, bro, or how you can get there on your own, honestly. That
Okay.
way, at the end of the call, even if we work together or if we don't, you walk away with some free value. See what I'm saying?
Yes. All right. So I hate sales calls, so I'm not gonna make it sound like a sales call.
Yeah. At the end of the day, bro, I just want to see where you're at, where you want to be, and how I can help you. That way, again, even if we don't fucking work together, bro, you walk away with a little bit of value either way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get a
That
feeling.
just disarms them so much. Now they don't feel like there's any type of, even though there is going to be a sales pitch at the end, they don't really feel like it. So they're more likely to be honest and answer your questions. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because if I think something's a sales call, bro, how am I going to behave? My guard's going to be up. Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Totally.
So I'm trying to disarm them at the beginning of the call. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh, get a feel of where you're at and where you want to be, and that way I can see if I can help you. And what else did you say?
Just see how I can help you get there. That
Okay.
way, even if we don't work together at the end of the call, because I am going to ask if you want to work with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You still walk away with some free value, bro. So you're not just wasting your fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's so, bro, that's so straight up and honest. And it seems like, dude, again, I am just trying to help you. I'm gonna fucking ask if you want to work with me. You can tell me no, tell me yeah, tell me fuck no, dude. I don't really care. I'll even tell people that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got that one written down. I like that one.
At the end of the day, bro, I just want to help you, bro.
Yeah.
That makes people feel very comfortable answering my questions, listening to me. Now I seem more like a friend and a helper, not just a sales guy.
Right. All right. So what was the last thing we said? All right. I hate sales calls, so I'm going to try my best to make it not sound like a sales call. I just want to get a
Not sound like a sales call. What do you mean? Like again, so bro, when
feel like a sales call.
yeah, bro, what do you when you
Okay.
say not sound like a sales call, what the fuck do you
Okay.
mean by that?
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Feel. It's all about feeling.
Well, again, dude, if you say you don't want it to sound like a sales call, I'm going to think that you're just trying to bullshit me.
Totally.
I
Yeah.
don't want it to feel like a sales call.
Yeah, it's all psychology.
Hmm. There you go.
Yeah. All right. I hate sales calls, so I'm not going to make it feel like a sales call. I just want to get a feel of where you're at and where you want to be. That way I can see if I can help you get you there and if you want to work with me. And at the end of the day, you can get some free value from it if you don't end up wanting to work with me.
Sounds cool to me, bro.
All right. So first, I'm going to give you some strategies to help you achieve your goals. And then at the end of the call, I'm going to ask you to work with me, like I said. And you can say yes, you can say no, or you can say fuck no, dude. I don't give a shit. And you can just hang up and never talk to me ever again. How's that sound?
Sounds fair to me.
Work. Cool. All right. So right now, what is your number one goal?
Dude, ideally, I'd like to get rid of this fucking belly that I have and build some muscle at the same time. Kind of have the skinny fat vibe going on.
Cool. Sorry, I'm just I'm writing down some notes right here, so I'm paying attention to you. So
I usually try to say that in the intro perfectly fine if you forget it and say it like you did just now.
okay.
Just be like, bro, again, I'm not trying to make you feel like I'm not paying attention. I'm just taking some notes so that I have a good idea of where you're at. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you said that you want to lose that belly fat and build muscle. How come that is important to you?
Dude, I mean, I have two kids and well, my wife probably. My kids are young and I can hardly keep up with them already. At this
How
point,
old are your kids?
2 and 3.
Nice, man. That's awesome. I'm hoping to have some kids soon myself. And you said you're married too?
Yeah. So I don't feel really great about the fact that I can hardly keep up with my young kids, and I don't like the way that I look when I take my shirt off, man. I don't want to be that example for my kids. I mean, I
Okay.
want to do the best that I can for my wife, my children, and I also have a feeling that'll just make me feel better in fucking general.
So, that being said, does it affect your work, other relationships, or like even social events that you go to?
So right there, try to connect you. I can tell right now you're just following the script questions.
Right. Okay. I should have
I
like,
just fucking told you, dead
yeah,
ass, bro.
you did. Yeah.
I just fucking told you why.
Right. Okay.
You went right into another question.
You're
If
right.
I were the person on the fucking call, I would tell you probably I would either get frustrated and now feel like you're not listening.
Yeah.
So I'm now not going to answer questions more. Again, psychology.
Mm.
Or if I'm straight up, I'm going to be like, bro, I just fucking told you.
Okay. You're right. Yeah.
So resonate with people. I just gave you a fucking good bit. Dude, I love
Okay.
you, bro. You want to be the best version of the person that you know you can be for your family. That's awesome, dog. Now, at the end of the day, why is that so important to you? Can you kind of go into that for me a little bit more?
Okay. Okay. So I'll go off of that. So you said you want to be the best version of yourself for your kids and your wife. Could you go into that a little bit more for me?
Yeah, bro. I mean, again, I feel like if I just felt better about myself when I looked in the mirror, that I'd perform better at work, probably. My wife would obviously not be unhappy if I had fucking six pack and built some muscle, lost my fucking belly fat.
Totally, dude. Yeah, I get that.
And again, just being able to actually like be a role model to my kids where they look at their dad and they're like, not just like, hey, my dad shows up and provides and this, but my dad looks
Is a fucking man.
is a badass. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
that's
that's
what.
how I wanted to be. And that's why I started my fitness journey. So I really hope that I could help you out and get you to the same place. Because it's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good and enjoying the person that you look at in the mirror and, just overall mental health.
I
Super
fucking
important.
agree. I agree, bro.
All right. Well, I could build you this super crazy sick workout plan and you could be hitting it as many times of the week as you want. But what it really boils down to is nutrition. Nutrition is
What
super
you
important.
haven't even asked me what I'm doing with my training or nutrition yet. Why are you mansplaining me already?
That's true. Okay. Um,
Now you're not even following the structure of the script because the structure of the script is to ask questions about their training, questions about their nutrition before you just start telling, bro, you haven't even asked me what I'm doing. Why are you telling me what I should not be doing?
Okay. Well, that was I was gonna segue that into walk me through a typical day of eating.
Uh, bro, the first part of the call is asking questions and listening.
Okay. Gotcha.
Sales is asking questions and asking the right questions so that you can get the person on the other end of the call to think and say what you want them to say. Now, if you ask the right questions, they're going to give you the right answers and you're going to get ammo
Okay.
and a clear cut fucking idea of who they want to be, why they want to be there, what they're not fucking doing to get there. And
Hmm.
now you have all of this fucking ammo, bro. So
Okay.
when you get to the end of the call, when you give the assessment, you can go over everything as a whole, basically.
Okay.
And then it feels like a full blown, like, come to Jesus moment, for lack of a better term. And then at that point, they realize, holy shit, man, this guy has helped me so much. He's really listened this entire call to what I'm going through. And now he's solved all these problems for me. At that point, when you give them the full assessment, solve all their problems, quote unquote, they're also going to have this fucking moment of, I have no idea how to do this on my own.
Hmm.
Aha.
Hmm. Okay.
Now, do you see what I'm saying?
Totally. So what was the last thing you said? You said
I would, again, if you just got me my why, I would
um,
ask you, dude, we know what you want and why you want it.
hmm.
So let's talk about what you're currently doing.
Okay.
What does your training look like, bro? Run me through that first.
Okay. Well, with all that being said, what does your training look like? Are you working out every week, or are you, are you just letting it fly, or whatever? What's
Oh,
just run me through a week of your
there we
workout.
go. Just run me through a week of like an average week of what you're currently doing. Do you see what I'm saying? I try to say an average week
Not a good week.
or your fucking what you did last week. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I try to use words where it's like, oh, they're like, okay, an average week. See what I'm saying? Bro, so an average week, man, I schedule myself to go 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. But dude, I'm probably missing at least one day a week, if not two. On average, I'm going 3 to 4 times a week. And I'm just usually going in there kind of hitting whatever I feel like I should hit that day, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, so that's a good start. You know what, dude? Some people aren't even going to the gym, period. So, you know what? 3 to 4 times a week, that's awesome. You can totally make plenty of gains going 3 to 4 times a week. But the only difference is you need a little bit of
Hold the
regimen to it.
assessment for the end.
Okay.
Question, resonate. Bro, fucking love it. At least you're going 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah.
On the real, bro, we could probably be a little bit more consistent, but I'll get into that. Now, let's talk about your nutrition. What does that look like, bro?
Okay. Okay. So next question I got is about your nutrition. Run me through a typical day of your eating. What's your breakfast, lunch, dinner, any snacks in between, and then you know what? I'll ask about, no judgment. Do you drink or do you smoke?
So, bro, I smoke a little bit of weed. Don't really drink. Maybe if I drink, it'll be like if we go out to dinner like once a month, socially, some shit with friends. You know what I mean? I'll have like one or two drinks. I'm not a huge drinker. Um, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Breakfast, bro. Usually have something that I pick up on the way to work, whether that be McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, or some bullshit like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Lunch is usually leftovers from whatever my wife cooks the night before. That's usually a protein, a carb, and a fat, right? We try to keep it clean. Sometimes though, it could be like lasagna though, or like fucking, you know, tacos with a bunch of fucking cheese and beef and shit. Bro, I honestly don't even know if that's good or bad too, so I guess that's part of my problem as well. Dinner, again, like I said, could be protein, carb, fat. It's a home cooked meal. It's just whatever my wife usually whips up. Um, And dude, why I usually get into my kids' food at the end of the night after we have dinner. I definitely have like at least some one packaged item of bullshit. So when I say at least one, dude, I could have two or three as well. Like it really just depends on how fucking bad I am, if I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Dude, I feel it, bro. Nighttime is when it's the time to snack, especially if you know you're smoking it up, dude. I'm the same way, bro. But there's ways to munch out and do that shit in a smart way. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But from what you're telling me, man, I mean, for the most part, it sounds like you're eating, you know, pretty decently. But I'm assuming you're not tracking any of those meals, right?
No, I have no idea how to even start doing that.
Right. Okay. So now that I know what you want, why do you think that you haven't been able to accomplish those goals on your own?
I guess lack of trying, but also lack of knowledge. I don't, there's so much information out there on how to get lean or build muscle and burn fat, especially with social media. I feel like every time I scroll, I see somebody contradicting the next video that I watched. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like I don't even know what to do. So I felt like if I had better direction, I'd be more readily able to put in that effort. You know what I mean?
100%, dude. I get that. And that's kind of where like 99% of the people are at, including myself. I had to do a ton of research just to figure out everything and like get to where I'm at today. So, you know what? It's super complicated and but it actually doesn't really need to be. It can be quite simple, especially if I'm doing it for you. I take out a lot of the guesswork for you, and all I need you to do is buy a scale and just put in the work and stay consistent. That's the only thing.
Dude, that was not bad. I would just be careful about like talking about you
Yeah, like a lot
and
of like
bro.
I
Yeah, bro,
my
again, just sounds salesy. Almost like at that point, I now if you start talking about a price, ah, like bro, you know what I mean? Like you feel that. At the end of the day, bro, I try to say shit like, I want you to be there, bro.
mm,
Make me happier. Nothing would make me happier than for you to be there, bro. Like
okay,
that's why I started being a coach because it makes me happy to see other people achieve their goals and shit like that. Something. Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Not all I need you to do is buy a scale. Like,
right, okay.
okay, fuck,
Because
man.
then I have to think
I
about
already
buying.
got to buy a scale. Why? Well, now I
Yeah,
have an excuse. Well, dude, I have to buy a scale. Why? And I got to pay you? Like, no, 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 no. You see what I'm saying? It's all psychological, bro.
yeah, totally,
And what you say and how you say it will either bring up somebody's guard or disarm them. Do you see what I'm
totally.
saying?
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And then like at the
Mm.
end, once I close, I could talk about okay, you need to buy a scale.
Aha. There we go. I
Okay,
don't talk about the fucking scale and buying on that and anything else that they need to get. They don't have it already until we get on the onboarding call. You've already paid.
right. Okay, makes sense. Okay, well, Alistair, dude, let me ask you this. So if you don't accomplish your goal of, you know, burning some of that fat on your belly and building up some muscle, how would you feel if you were in the same place you are now 6 months from now?
Absolutely fucking god awful, bro. I just told you that it was one of the biggest things and most important things for me to like get healthy and happy for my kids. So I would not be happy.
Totally. And, it, based on what you've told me, it's pretty difficult for you to achieve that on your own, right?
I'm having a hard time, yes.
Okay, so, without even me trying to pitch you anything, what I could recommend is you could cut out the crappy breakfast foods at McDonald's.
Now, when you go into the assessment,
Mhm.
always do training first. So go over my training first.
Okay.
Now, I'm just going to kind of tell you how I would go about this so that we don't kill too much time. And then I want to segue into like the price drop and everything so that you actually get to that point because we only have 5 minutes left. You see what I'm saying? So I talk
Yeah.
about training. Now, when I talk about training, what I would tell this guy, bro, I'd be like, dude, if you can only train 3 to 4 times a week, let's be real here. Doing some type of upper, lower, or full body split is going to be your most ideal option. That's going to allow you to kind of hit I would say 4 times a week, upper, lower, train Monday, Tuesday, rest Wednesday, train Thursday, Friday, rest Saturday, Sunday. Boom. You're gonna be able to hit it 4 times a week, get the proper volume, make the most amount of gains that you want, and not miss sessions so that you have shit that you're missing every week or lagging body parts, right? Okay. Now that being said, bro, I could write. This is why I always do training first. Because
Okay.
again, this is the true part. I could write you the most perfect fucking training program in the world, dog. The perfect thing for Alistair to get in the best shape of his life, build muscle, burn fat, be the better man for his kids. And I always mention the shit that they tell me when I talk about this now, because again, it makes them feel like I'm listening to them the entire call, and it brings in like their emotion. Like, oh, I want all these things. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. So, dude, really at the end of the day, your nutrition is the biggest thing. What you put into your body is what you get out of it, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dude, you don't have to stop eating your wife's home cooked foods. You don't have to necessarily stop eating out. I would recommend chilling on doing it every single day. You're also spending a lot of money on food. You know what I mean? Um, because you could easily, make some type of healthy breakfast sandwich or have your wife help you do that if she's willing to cook breakfast for you as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just got to make this fit your lifestyle, bro, at the end of the day. Now, truthfully, what matters is tracking. I want you to think of your nutrition. I always use this metaphor like a science experiment. The more changing variables that you have in your nutrition, man, your calories per day, proteins, carbs, fats, the more changing variables you're going to have in your progress or your end result. Because that's what we're tracking at the end of the day, our progress, right? So the more changing variables we have in what we're doing each day with what we're putting in our body, the more changing variables we're going to have with our progress.
Yeah.
And the less consistent we are, the less consistent our progress, man. That's the shitty thing, bro. Truthfully, I wish it was just training, bro. And I truthfully wish it was also just I could go train all day fucking long too without any limit. Because then I would just do, bro, I'd be curling a fucking dumbbell right now and I'd have the most jacked arms in the world.
Yeah.
I'd have like anchor arms from SpongeBob. I usually will say some dumb shit like that, right? I'm disarming them. I'm just trying to give you free value, bro. I'm really trying to level with you here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, you got the fucking script down. Obviously, you made it yourself, but like I can
Well,
tell you've said this like 5,000 times.
and well, it's also, bro, I really just want to help these people on the calls. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, dude. It really comes down to why are you on these fucking phone calls? I really want to help people. So I'll sit
I
here
just
and
like
tell
teaching
you
people.
what you necessarily don't want to hear, but I'm gonna try to word it, bro, in a way where I'm not just being a dick either. I really do want to see you achieve this result. You see what I'm saying? Um, Now, at the end of the day, bro, I'll go through that whole assessment. My biggest like tie into my like coaching is, dude, this shit has to fit your lifestyle, right? Whether you work with me, somebody else, or write your own shit, dude, you've got to have a better training plan, like we talked about, and you need to have a meal plan. That way, you're not just walking around trying to like scan every fucking food label that you're eating every single day. But you have something that fits your day-to-day schedule, what foods you like to eat, and your calories, proteins, carbs, fats. That way, all you have to do, bro, is put food on a scale, eat food that you like, and get absolutely jacked.
Word.
Bro, that's what exactly. Okay.
I think I need to make little more subtle tweaks to the script, like I've been doing. But yeah,
But do
that's
you see like the general
yeah,
structure here? It's like, bro, I dead ass just told you exactly how to do what you wanted to do, bro. You could throw in he's skinny fat, right? So you could throw in, bro, like to break it down a little bit more in depth. Like if you want to build muscle and burn fat, everybody has a maintenance calorie mark. You would already have his information typed in, my information typed into the macro calculator. Bro, your maintenance calories where you're currently at are around here. Now, a pound of body fat is 3,500 calories, dog. So if you eat above that maintenance calorie mark, 500 calories every single day of the week, say hello to a pound of body fat because that's 3,500 calories in a week. And I can guarantee you, with you getting into your kids' snacks, not counting your calories, eating at McDonald's and other fast food restaurants for breakfast every single day as well, you're definitely over your current maintenance calorie intake every single day. That's why you're putting on fat, bro. Now, again, I'm not saying you can't eat breakfast sandwiches. I'm not saying that you can't eat fucking shit that you like to eat for lunch and dinner. And I'm not saying that you can't also eat a little bit of munchies or sweet stuff at the end of the night. But there's smarter decisions for these food groups, and there's ways that we can consume less calories while also eating things that we like. Now, again, if we eat in a surplus of 500 calories a day, 3,500 calories in 1 week, and we gain a pound of fat, we know if we're in a deficit of 500 calories a day, that's 3,500 calories of a deficit every single week, and that's about a pound of body fat you would lose while still having enough calories to maintain satiation, not feel like you're fucking starving, and get jacked. So, bro, that's how you do it.
Okay.
Now, that's your goal. I just told you, bro. Again, when I tell people shit, like I'm giving you the thing, bro. I just gave it to you. But how many people are actually going to take all that information and really go do that on themselves?
Dude, it seems like not very many. Because like even like I did this.
Zero, bro. I'm a coach and I have a coach. You
Yeah,
know how
like
that started with me being just like everyone that works with me on the other end of the call, clueless, needing guidance, and wanting to take my shit to the next level. Now, I also was probably a little bit easier of a close because I wanted to be a bodybuilder. So people that want to be bodybuilders, not even because bodybuilders are usually broke, so they're not usually willing to invest in like actually getting help. They're like, "Well,
yeah,
damn, bro, I only got $50. Can you give me a discount?" It's like,
yeah. Well, like
but
I'm doing this.
but
I
you see the point. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, bro, no one really is gonna hear all of that and then go, dude, I'm gonna go write my entire meal plan on my own. I'm gonna go write this entire training plan. If they knew how to do that, they'd fucking do it in the first place, bro. They even you again, I give people the information and they don't even go do it.
yeah,
Then they go, usually, hopefully, if you do this right, sometimes you'll even get, well, bro, do you do that for your clients? Fuck. Right now, if he's just like, dude, that sounds fucking awesome. And they don't really say much after you give the assessment. Let's say, dude, they're like, bro, fuck yes. Now, how like let's say they don't really ask anything. Um, I would transition into like, now, dude, that's really everything that I have for you in terms of like the assessment. But I am gonna kind of break down what my coaching looks like and give you an idea of how you could also set yourself up for success in the long run as well. Then I screen share. Sorry.
what do you screen share? The
I'm about to. My
right?
monitor just kind of like shut off and on because of that lightning. So I haven't. Did you hear that lightning? I'm sorry. It is fucking
Huh.
storming at my house really bad right now.
Where do you live?
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, oh shit, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
I was
So
just in North Carolina. My mom lives over there.
let's fucking go, bro. But so when I screen share, I would go over then, right? Like, hey, training. Okay, so I show them the trainer eyes. Now, if you don't have a client yet, trainer eyes will also give you a demo client. So you can just write their program for that demo client and then show them that.
Yeah,
Now, again, my internet's being a little bit slow because it is storming really bad at my house, but I'll screen share the client. I will go over the client's training. Why the fuck is this not loading? This is very annoying. There we go. So I'll show like a client program. Hey, bro, this is what your training would look like. I'd show him, I would try to show them an example of like just a general structure, but then put in. Now, again, this is not what your split is exactly going to look like. You would probably be on that upper, lower, rest, rest. And your movements would be based off of what equipment you had access to, what you like to train on certain days, so that you also enjoy your fucking programming as well. Because if you don't enjoy it, bro, let's be real. You're not going to be consistent with it. And you're not going to try hard either. Now, then you have your meal plan, bro. This is based off of what foods you like to eat every single day. So Literally, you tell me every single week what foods you want for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and I give you a post-workout meal. I don't know why the fuck this isn't loading. This is so annoying. I'm sorry. Bro, come on. My internet is like so fucked right now. Come on, dog. Please don't do this to me. Well, maybe it's just not loading yours. We'll get the fuck out of Adam shit. You motherfucker. The meal plans look like this. It's not loading the templates on there, but through Evolution Nutrition, they automatically upload into the client plan and they will look like slightly different, but it will still say the same shit. Now, I
Yeah.
screen share the meal plan on Trainerize, but again, just tell me what you want to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, right? And I give you a post-workout meal every single day of something that you enjoy. So this is one of my clients, bro, his post-workout meals at Uncrustable because he kind of likes sweet stuff too.
Mhm.
And he has a core power Fairlife. So every single day I fit something into your calories, something that you enjoy. So you have kind of an aha moment so that you're not living in a box, bro. That's going to allow you to enjoy what you're eating and make progress at the end of the day.
Mhm.
And then every single other meal is still shit that he likes, right? Like he gets to pick his food groups. So that way, for no meal is he eating something that he doesn't enjoy. Now, dude, I'll also give you a calendar tab. So I run them through again what their training will be broken down based off of their schedule. I'm basically showing you that this is all custom to you and it's individualized. Blah blah blah. I'll give you weekly check-ins and every single weekly check-in, bro, I go over, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. We go over what food changes you want for the week, if you have any aches or pains, any training changes, every single thing. And I'll send you a video going every single piece of data in your check-in. So that way you get vocal and visual feedback. You're not just getting an email from me like, yo, good job. Peace. And then I price drop, bro. After that.
Okay.
Boom. That is a sales call. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is exactly how I do it. Every single time. Sometimes you'll get frictionless closes. Sometimes you'll get objections. Objection handling is something that we'll have to go over on another day because we are like 8 minutes over on our call right now, and
Okay.
I'm late to my next call. I just wanted to get through the full kind of
The
script.
bowl.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Totally. Totally.
But do you see how these are structured again to help the other person? The whole first half is just you listening, bro,
Mhm.
basically. And every time you transition into a next question, reaffirming that, bro, dude, I understand. I get it, bro. That's important. I want you to be there. Like, just making that person feel like they are being listened to and like you actually care. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that is going to continue to disarm them so that every single time you ask a question, they open up even more and they tell you exactly why they're not where they want to be
Yeah.
so that you can give them the full blueprint to what they need to do. And then when they realize they are so far gone and they honestly probably don't want to do all this on their own, after you price drop, now your coaching seems a lot more valuable. It makes more sense and they trust you
Mhm.
and really fuck with you because hopefully you've done your job on the call. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Well, dude, next call, we'll go over objection handling. But
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the link to this call. That's the recording that has been taken the entire time so that you can rewatch this and go over it as well. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, dog. If you need anything else, just continue to text and ask questions because you're doing a good job of that. All right, brother?
Word. Thanks, man.
All right, dog. Again, this was a really good call. And I'm going to send you the link whenever I get done with this next call so that you can kind of rewatch everything and go over it.
Word. Yeah. No rush, dude. I'm about to go to the gym, so fucking take your time.
Have a good fucking lift, bro. Kill that shit.
Will do. All right, brother.
All right, bro. Let me know if you need anything else. All right.
Yeah, dude.
All
Catch
right,
on the
man.
flip. Like.
Peace.